Executive benefits allow an employer to provide rewards and incentives based on an employee-by-employee approach, offering maximum design flexibility. In addition to base pay and short and long-term incentive pay, executives are often eligible for other compensation elements such as deferred compensation and perquisites. These might include a reserved parking spot, a comprehensive annual physical exam, tax planning, first-class airfare, premier status with travel companies, or even use of a company car or private jet. Executive benefits are only offered to select employees within the organization. A golden handshake agreement is a pre-negotiated employment agreement that provides a payment in the form of a significant severance package to an executive if they lose their role due to termination, restructuring, or even scheduled retirement. This is typically established based upon a reward for a very long or extraordinary performance in their job. Payment can be made in cash, stock options, or anything else as set forth in the contract. Golden parachutes are lucrative severance packages inked into the contracts of top executives that compensate them when they are terminated. In addition to large bonuses and stock compensation, golden parachutes may include ongoing insurance and pension benefits. Oftentimes, a golden parachute can cause public relations issues, especially when the executive is exiting due to poor performance or ethical failures. Golden handcuffs are additional incentives in order to retain key individuals that have performed well for the company or those that have exceptional or irreplaceable skills. Golden handcuffs are financial incentives given to employees to discourage them from leaving a company. Golden life jackets are a tool often used during mergers and acquisitions. A golden life jacket is a compensation package offered by the new organization to executives of the organization it is acquiring. It's the same concept as a stay bonus. A golden life jacket is often an expensive attempt to retain key talent during turmoil. This benefit can pay large amounts and is aimed at keeping key employees in their roles during a time of drastic change. Clawbacks may also be included as part of a contract. A clawback would require an employee to return money already paid by an employer, sometimes even with a penalty. Examples of clawback could be a company clawing back a sign-on bonus for an employee who did not stay beyond the time specified. Most clawback provisions are non-negotiable and are typically used in response to misconduct, scandals, poor performance, or a drop in company profits. Stock options can also be an extremely popular option for executives, as they provide a strong incentive because it's centered on the relationship between the value of the award and the performance of a company's stock price. A stock option gives the holder the right to purchase a share of company stock at a particular price for a set period of time. The price at which the option may be exercised is usually the price of the company's stock on the date the options are granted. If the company performs well, the stock price will increase over the exercise price, giving the option tremendous value and rewarding the executive for their role in the company. Typically, such options may not be exercised for a period of time, which is typically between 1 and 5 years before they vest or can be exercised. Restricted stock are shares of company stock which, despite being awarded as compensation, are not sellable by the recipient until after a vesting schedule is completed. Although unable to sell the shares of restricted stock before the vesting schedule is complete, owners enjoy all the other benefits of stock ownership, such as voting rights and dividends. If the executive leaves before the stock vesting period is completed, the stock is forfeited. Restricted stock is taxed on the amount received on the vesting date based on the closing market value of stock price. Restricted stock units, also known as RSUs, are a similar performing compensation tool as restricted stock, represent a promise by an employer to pay an employee a certain number of company shares upon the completion of the vesting schedule. RSUs offer several distinct advantages compared with restricted stock. First, employers can issue RSUs without diluting the share base. Second, in issuing RSUs, company administrative costs tend to be lower because there are no actual shares to issue, hold, record, and track. And third, RSUs can make tax deferrals easier by simply delaying actual share issuance. Because RSUs represent a promise of future shares, owners of RSUs do not enjoy any rights of stock ownership. Performance shares are shares of a company stock that are awarded over a performance period only if specific performance measures are attained. There are two types of performance measures: performance conditions and market conditions. Performance conditions are financial goals, like earnings per share or return on equity. Market conditions, on the other hand, compare company performance to the market or a segment of the market. Performance periods are typically 3 years in duration, with grants made on almost annual bases resulting in overlapping performance periods.